One battle after another. This is the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Not a huge Paul Thomas Anderson fan. Every one of his movies I've seen I've really enjoyed though. But this was one I was hearing a lot of buzz about, and I wanted to go day one, especially since like this is a surprisingly pretty packed weekend of movies. So like next week I'm watching Eleanor the Great, The Strangers Chapter 2, and Gabby's Dollhouse. And then I also got tickets for a documentary that's a Fathom event. And I also got tickets for another movie as well in there. So a bunch of stuff next week. And so I'm kind of like on this like, hey, we got all these movies out, you know. Next week looks like a pretty big release with that Taylor Swift thing and the Smashing Machine, all these movies. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. But yeah, I just want to say this movie is day one, and this is like a almost 3 hour long movie too. So it's like, oof, the time. And I gotta say, I really love this movie. I really like this movie because this movie feels like a 1970s movie in like tone and kind of vibe. It kind of has some Scorsese elements to it, like kind of a old school crime thriller type movie with this guy who did some bad stuff, and now his family's being brought back into it, so he's having to go on the run and get to his daughter before bad people do the bad things, and it is really so well directed throughout this whole fucking movie. Of course it is. I don't think there's ever a poorly directed Paul Thomas Anderson movie, but this movie's gorgeous from every inch of it, and you see why this movie was playing in IMAX. The score to this movie is also really great, and yeah, just all the villains in this movie are just this slimy, gross, despicable people in the right way that you want to see be taken down. And Leonardo DiCaprio, he gets a lot of crap as a person because of some weird stuff he does with women. But as an actor, he's still, killing it. And this movie is maybe my favorite performances of his I've seen maybe ever. I know that's saying a lot. I don't know if other people agree, but I really like him in Titanic and, of course, Wolf of Wall Street. But there's a couple other ones. I know people really like him in The Revenant too. He's good in that, but it's really hard to pick a good performance. So this might be one of my favorite, like at least top three, I think, because he is so like just like stressed out and like hungover kind of vibe to him, and he's always like worked up and trying to be a good dad and all this stuff. And there's all these different layers and sides to his character that, but you don't really see a lot of Leo characters where he's stressed out and trying to figure his shit out. No, he seems, this is one where, like, you really see that, and it's such a different performance from him that I just really turned a different corner in his career, I think, for me. I think this was an amazing role of his that he just fucking steals the show in. I mean, wow. What a great performance he has here. So yeah, this is 100% one of my favorite movies of the year. It's very well paced, so well directed. It's got great. It's just, I just love this movie. Honestly, it is just fucking amazing. It's not one of my favorites of the year or anything. Sorry, not favorites of the year. My favorites of it's not one of my favorites of the year, like top 20 wise, but definitely it's like top 10 wise because this movie is very well done. I'm actually debating on doing it every year. At the end of the year, I do like a top five worst and best movies of the year. I think about doing a top 10 this year because this year it's just been a banger year for movies nonstop. And I feel like every month I've seen some really great shit. And I'm so excited for the rest of the year because the rest of the year looks even more stacked. I mean, obviously, award season, you get some of those really great movies in there, but there's also like shit like this that is just phenomenal. I just cannot wait to honestly watch this again. Don't know if it'll be in the theater though. A lot of stuff coming out all the time now. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, subscribe.